The Podium. The Podium showcases the beauty of this nation in a way to correct the ideas people have, ranging from arts and craft, culture and tourism, fashion, oil, agriculture, events, and many more. The Podium is a must-watch. It is entertaining, expository, informative, educating, and interactive. The Podium.
Redefining Africa and its beauties. Hello and welcome to the Podium. My name is Titilola Aboyade-Cole. As you might be aware, we showcase Africa to the rest of the world. We're very proud Africans, and we bring Africans to the podium to come and discuss issues affecting us on a daily basis, or culture to celebrate, to showcase to the rest of the world so they really know who we truly are. Today we have a very, very special guest. And when I say very special, you know, when they say VVIP, that's who we have in-house today. He's a multifaceted man. He's been there, done that, and he's still doing that. He's passionate about Yoruba culture. He's a Yoruba man, true son of the soil. He's an Otunba of Ijebu land. But don't let me say too much. Just watch. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Otunba Deji Osibogun is a versatile individual with an accomplished background. He has excelled in education, business, and community development. Otunba Deji Osibogun was born on November 9th, 1955 at the Catholic Mission Hospital in Lagos, Nigeria. His grandfather was the founder and initial principal of the renowned Saviour High School in Lagos and Otunba Memorial School in Ijebu-Ode. Otunba Deji Osibogun boasts a solid, impeccable royal and autocratic background, with his family having made substantial contributions to the growth and development of Ijebu land over the course of decades. Otunba's educational journey began at United Missionary Primary School, and he completed his primary education at ICC Practicing School in Okebola, Ibadan. Subsequently, Otunba Deji Osibogun attended a comprehensive high school in Ayetoro, Ogun State. He excelled in his higher school certificate studies both at Comprehensive High School and Olivet Baptist High School in Oyo. He furthered his education by pursuing a Bachelor of Arts degree in Theatre Arts at the Esteem University of Ibadan, where he took on leading roles in major drama productions. During his National Youth Service Corps service year in 1978, he demonstrated his innovative spirit by funding the Kwara State NYSC Drama Troupe, which achieved significant recognition over the years. Following his service year, he was appointed by NTA Ibadan. In 1979, with a strong commitment to serving his home state and contributing to its development, he joined the Ogun State Civil Service, working at the nation's model service OGBC. Otunba Osibogun took on the role of a part-time lecturer at the former Ogun State Polytechnic. During this period, he contributed his expertise in the mass communication department as well as the civil and electrical engineering department from 1980 to 1982. One of the standout achievements in his illustrious career was the establishment of the renowned experiment radio station OGBC2, which later became an influential model in the broadcast industry during the 1980s. Subsequently, he was seconded to be part of the foundational team at OGTV. In less than 5 years, Otunba Deji Osibogun had risen to the position of a substantive Level 10 officer, acting as a Level 12 officer while managing the responsibilities of a Level 14 officer as the head of production services at OGTV. Following his departure from the civil service, Otunba embarked on a remarkable journey in the business world. In 1986, he founded his own company, Akriozoni Nigeria Limited. Initially, the company's operation began with a cleaning division, which serviced prominent establishments such as the largest hospital in Africa, UCH in Ibadan, as well as the largest brewery in Nigeria, NBL in Ibadan, Standard Breweries in Alomaja, Procter & Gamble, and the former AfriBank branches, now Polaris Bank. From this modest foundation, Akriozoni Nigeria Limited expanded to encompassing interior and exterior decoration divisions, supplies divisions, communications, and a motor division. Today, Otunba Deji Osibogun Company stands as the largest supplier of broadcast and production equipment, as a testament to his entrepreneurial acumen and perseverance. Otunba Osibogun's commitment to environmental improvement remains unwavering, with a significant focus on the theme of transforming waste into wealth. An outstanding example of his effort is the establishment of the Peace Park along Secretariat Road in 1991. The initiative has not only enhanced the environment, but has also had a profound impact on the lives of over 15 young men who at that time fueled uncertain futures. Otunba Osibogun is associated with numerous prestigious clubs and associations, including the Ibadan Recreation Club, Ibadan Golf Club, Abuja Golf Club, Ibadan Polo Club, and the Silver Knight. Further, he served as a patron for several organizations, including the Sport Writers Association of Nigeria, SWAN, Oyo State, and the Shooting Star Football Forum Chapel of Association. In 2003, he made a foray into politics with the aim of fulfilling his commitment to effect positive change in Ogun State. He ran as a gubernatorial aspirant in the Alliance for Democracy, and although he had since stepped away from frontline politics, he remained actively engaged in contributing to the growth and development of his hometown, Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, and Nigeria as a whole. Notably, he holds no political office or official position, yet he persists in seeking solutions to the challenges facing his community and the nation. Otunba Osibogun holds several notable titles and positions, including being Giwa Egbe Gbobagbimo Akile of Ijebuland and Otunba Obaloja of Ijebuland. He also serves as the convener and vice president of the Yoruba Koya and the convener of the Yoruba Leadership and Peace Initiative. Furthermore, he is actively involved in various positions in various companies, holding the position of chairman and serving on the board of directors in several enterprises, including Priozoni Nigeria Limited, Space FM 90.1, Afro Space TV, African Content Warehouse, Priozoni Securities, and WTS Broadcast. On a personal note, Otunba Osibogun is married to Yeye Otunba Debola Osibogun, his childhood sweetheart, and they're blessed with 4 children. His multifaceted roles and responsibilities reflect his dedication to various aspects of community, business, and leadership.
Wow, wow, wow. You're welcome, Uncle.
I didn't know you had so much of me. You working with FBI or CIA?
We even had to cut it down. We had everything. But then if we played everything, if we used everything, it would just take over the whole show. There will be nothing
I
left
think
for
we
you
should
to
do
say.
so.
Thank
But
you, sir.
thank you very
That's
much.
nice coming from you, a very senior colleague, somebody in the industry. So if you say it's a good job, I take it with all humility. Thank you very much, sir. You're
Less
welcome.
pronunciation. Ashibok.
I know. When I heard that, I'm like, oh, but it was a bit too late. Well, I
No,
called
when
you.
you're speaking from England, it's allowed.
Sorry.
Because Podium is based in England
In
and
the UK, yes.
in the UK. And
So the
you're doing very well.
pronunciation.
You're doing very well. That's just good.
Thank you very much, sir. We're learning from you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome
So,
once
so,
again.
so we are here. Why am I here?
Why are you here? We want to learn. We want to hear a lot from you. Today's topic is the global Yoruba. Um, Yoruba people were not only because some people think, oh, Yorubas are only in Nigeria. And I know that we have Yoruba settlements in a lot of places: Brazil, Republic of Benin, Togo, even the US. We have Oyotunji. We have them everywhere. So tell us, before we even go into where we have all of the Yorubas, Otumba, how many Otumba titles do you have?
I have one and strictly one from my royal father, Obasiki Adetona, about the second. And once complied with this, I cannot go anywhere else to take any title, any teacher's title. Because in the Jebu land, October, you have to come from a royal family.
Hmm.
There, if you get to an age where it is obvious that you can no longer become a king, your October title is your retirement title as to your ambition, whatever what you to do. So I'm very contented with it. I'm satisfied because even in the Jebu land where I come from, my father and myself were the first father and son ever became October, the fathers of Aboyade-Cole. And thereafter, there have been so many of us, including his younger brother, who also has a son, Ayo. Osibogun as an Otunba. So the ingredients of the fact that we were the first to become father and son of Otunba. So when you say King farm, Kiyomo farm, Ebuland, Eriman farm, and you know other father farm.
At the same time, simultaneously. Wow. That's so good. Thank you for clarifying that, because I used to think, is Otunba Oloye Pupo or Otunba is chief. Yeah.
Otunba Obaloja, and Obaloja happens to be, I think, the 6th or 7th. I think the 6th Awujale, Jebuland. And you know, the Jebu kingdom has been in existence for over 1,000 years. So, Obaloja, who reigned, who was the 6th, that's after Oduwa, and others, you know that it's a water title.
Thank you, sir. You were born in Lagos.
Yeah.
And your mom, can you tell us a little bit about your mom?
Well, that's the dearest person to which she died last year. My mom, very hardworking, and mother of 6. She was a single mother for several years. Not out of her design, but out of extended family pressure. But they have affected the relationship between her and her late husband. My mother founded
Uncle, please, I can't hear you very well.
My mother founded.
And we have a lot of background noise.
Yes.
Interfering. I can't hear you.
Okay, okay. My mother, Clarissa Olayinka Abiodun Osibogun, was born Miss Wright to Adekunle Wright. Adekunle Wright happens to be the son of Emmanuel Wright, who was a farmer. They used to call him Gentleman Farmer. And he was a grandson of Reverend Thomas Benjamin Wright. Reverend Thomas Benjamin Wright was one of the freed slaves that came back into Nigeria, along with Reverend Ajayi Crowder. And both of them landed in Badagry. As you know, they were able to trace their hometown because of their tribal marks. And he had the tribal marks, and Ajayi Crowder had the marks of the people. So when they got into Badagry, from there they proceeded to Abeokuta. Somewhere in history, you see it, Henry Townsend and Bert Freeman coming into Abeokuta, and you have the Alake Baby Shodeke there.
Oh, I think we have network issues with Otunba. Let's go on a break. We'll be back in a minute.
Wọ́n máa ń wá ògbó kí ni òun gángan lògbó.
Ẹni náà ni Àlàmú.
Ìlejò lè kú. Ego.
I can be as good as the best, also as bad as the worst.
That's the talk for another time. Because I will get it. I'm going to get looking. Mumbo.
I ain't gonna go to South Africa. Come on, say the word. I want to afford it. Love and local. Ah, to real. Boyfriend, me boy. No.
Where you been, man?
Yeah, best for later. I want to need the reset. She could reset all our way.
Papa fẹ́ gbé ẹsẹ̀ jó, ó gbé lọ báyìí. Mo bá ní ó yá o, mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo bá ní gangan. Mo ní ṣẹ́jọ́ ni ó ní gangan mo ní ìgbà tó yá ló bá ní gangan.
Ilé ikú lélẹ̀. Sórí gbogbo village square tí mo ti wá yọ ẹ́ jáde kò tó ọgbàánú ilé ikú.
Àlàmú Èkó, ó deserve alcoholic.
Kò ń ṣe alcoholic. Alcoholic.
Wọ́n ní alcoholic làwọn lè bó ń pè.
Ta ló ń direct? Abi Larry. Ọdún gbé fún ẹ̀ sí speaker.
You're welcome back, guys. If you have not watched Alamueko, you want to head out to Podium Cinema on YouTube. Go and watch Alamueko and give us feedback. You might win something. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, sorry, we had the internet
Yeah,
connection. Yeah.
I noticed. That's why we went on break quickly. So you were talking about the rights.
Yeah, so I mean, the history about Christianity coming to Yoruba has to do with it. Return slaves coming back home. And
Hmm.
because most of them had been trained as theologians when they were in Sierra Leone, and when they were in captivity, it became easier for them to be the translators for. After all, if a woman lands in Badagry, how is he going to be able to speak to the people? If not that he had some Yoruba people who would translate the English to Yoruba. So we need to put the jigsaw puzzle
Together.
together for people to know that our people are, yes, our people are actually the ones that introduced Christianity to our people. The Yorubas who came with the missionaries are the ones who introduced it. It's not as if they came and started speaking English and everybody understood what they were saying. So without us, Christianity would not have been
Without the
preached
Egbas,
in
right?
Yoruba. So well, yes, without the advice. When you say the advice, you just want to be very precise because there were other tribes also. There were people from Teeth land, there were people from consciously because of their tribal marks. So beyond that, is that my ancestors, my mother went to America as far back as 1950. And yeah, yes. My father was also in San They were both in San Francisco. And in San Francisco it was where my dad excelled. He was a soccer player, a very good soccer player. He played for Jobs here in Nigeria, played for CMS grammar school here in Lagos. And to God be the glory, people like Adibanjo were his boys who carried the soccer boots anytime he was going to play. He was quite famous around here. Then he went to America, where he was inducted into the American Hall of Fame at the University of San Francisco in 1951, 1952, 1953. And there he finished his degree program, uh, political science, and his master's also before he got the call to come back home by his father. That was the time Awolowo was setting up the Western region. And he needed so many of the trained personnel to come back home. So he came back home. 19, this is very interesting because my mother was was pregnant of me.
Come back. Welcome back, guys. I'm so sorry about the network
Very much.
issues, but we're back now. You know how Nigeria can be sometimes. Otunba is in Nigeria at the moment.
Uh-huh.
And you know how the network can play up.
Don't say that. Don't just say.
I know you will fight for Nigeria. Thank you. But truth be told, Uncle, the network, the technology was still a bit, um, I'm not going to say it. Anyway, you're welcome back, sir. Ah, he's frozen again. Okay. Guys, let me quickly, before Uncle comes back, let me quickly talk about Lucky in Lagos. On Saturday, the 5th of November, we will be premiering Lucky in Lagos, the series. Yes, you heard me right. Lucky in Lagos is about to roll out the episodes. Grace your screen, especially for the people in Nigeria. You're about to watch Lucky in Lagos on Silverbird. If you're in diaspora, you watch Lucky in Lagos on Podium Cinema. I'm sorry about that. You watch Lucky in Lagos on Podium Cinema on YouTube. That's our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to Podium Cinema, please do so as soon as possible. That's the only way you keep be updated when we have new films or news episodes coming up. So Lucky in Lagos, the premiere is on Saturday, hosted by DJ Abbas, DJA Media, and Podium International, of course. So if you have not received your IV invitation, please contact DJ Abbas or contact myself. If you know my WhatsApp number, please do so. If not, you can say hi on Podium International TV on Instagram, Podium International TV on Twitter, or Coach Tak. That's my personal handle. So let's do that. I will take you to have a glimpse of what you're going to be watching on Podium International, or Podium Cinema. Lucky in
My parents said, Mom, is he a magician?
Do I know? He's useless. How was your outing?
Ask your twin sons.
Kilo today. You started again. Someone that just came back. Hey,
ọbẹ̀ kìsì bẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ ó bẹ́ wọlé alákìísà ó sanwó do nígbà aṣọ. Look at you, very cute. How was that?
Anger Ishulonio, I need to speak to your father. We need to get help for you. Because I don't understand the type of anger that will make you break your brother's phone. You should have broken your own.
You are from Borno. Boko Haram Borno. Mobile. Answer me. The same Borno of Boko Haram.
Ma.
Omomolani.
Yes, ma.
Yes, what is wrong with you? Adeleke, please, where have we gone wrong? I don't get you.
Dad, he's from Ogbomoso.
Is that the question I'm asking you? Where have we gone wrong?
Yeah, we're sorry about the technical glitch one more time, but we're back now. You've just watched the sneak preview of Lucky in Lagos, the series that we're bringing to you from the 5th of November. If you've not received your invite, please get in touch with me. It's a global premiere, it's virtual premiere, and you're all invited. Uncle here is our special guest, is our special guest of honor at the Lucky in Lagos because Lucky, that is Mickey Onobanjo, he's his baby. So he will be with us on the 5th of November.
By the grace of God.
By God's grace.
Of God. Yeah.
So, Uncle, we were talking about Lagos. Yes. Now, some people will say to us that Lagos is not part of Western region, that is not part of Yoruba land. I know that. I know the answer, but can you please tell us why people might think Lagos is not part of Yoruba land?
That's what they used to say when Lagos was, before Lagos became a colony, it was populated by Yorubas. And I can tell you for sure that the larger part of what area you call Yaba and Butemeta was then known as Wright Town. Then you also have Egba settlement, you have the outgoing settlement. Everything about Lagos that was Lagos, that is Lagos Island, and its immediate mainland, was populated by Yorubas. Kosoko definitely is not any other tribe's name, but Akitoye, same. So a town, a city that you can trace the first Oba, from the first Oba to the present one, and all bearing the same name, it's there. But because it's a cosmopolitan town, and when it became a colony, people like our great-grandfathers gave a large part of their land out to government to use. So Lagos can never be any other land but Yoruba land.
Thank you,
But
sir.
because the British had use of it and wanted to use it as their own footstep into Nigeria, they brought it under their control. And even when we Ijebus refused their access into the hinterland, they waged a war against us, which today everybody called the Magbon War. Um, we Ijebus were fighting the Kiriji War. We had over 10,000 soldiers there, and the British knew that forces were depleted, so they waged the war against us. We could not leave Kiriji War to come back home for the Magbon War because it would take days. Before our troops came, we were, we were betrayed into defeat. And, so you look at it from Ekpe, Ikorodu, Badagry, all those areas that surround Lagos are populated by Yorubas. So Lagos can never, ever, ever be no man's land. It's a Yoruba land.
Thank you.
For that, it will stay for no matter how much we accommodate strangers or visitors amongst us. Awala Leko, Awon Alejo Mora won. That's what they say.
Thank you. Like a popular singer once sang, he said, let me just even say Isaleko. Isaleko, 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 Amorawa,
Amorawa, àwọn àjọrìn, àwọn àtọ̀húnrìn wá, wọ́n mọ́ra wọn. Àwọn tó tọ̀hún rìn wá lọ sọ pé àwọn làwọn lè kó. Láṣẹ tí wọ́n kọ gbogbo wa la lè kó o, but àwọn àtọ̀hún rìn wọ́n mọ́ ara wọn.
And another popular singer of blessed memory also said, wọ́n ṣe bí kurumọ́ ni wá, wọ́n ṣe bí kurumọ́ ni wá, wọ́n fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ wọn tanra wọn. It's all about the land. But
if you have your land, if you don't have your land and you don't protect your land,
you have nothing.
So what we say to people is that even if you are going to sell your land, don't sell it for. Our own ancestors, they leased it out for over 100 years. Most of the land in Lagos that they own, they leased it out for over 100 years. And then years it's saying now. So you walk in and take your title. So that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Oh, thank you for reminding me that I come from Lagos. I was born in Lagos. So yeah. Of course, my mother is from Ikorodu. Also,
really?
She was Otunba Deji of Ikorodu in her lifetime. And my family, my mother's side, the Oyelewu's family in Ikorodu are still very, very strong.
Really? Yeah. Ikorodu people, get in here. Come and see your uncle.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Tell me about the Yorubas outside Yoruba land, outside Nigeria.
In the last couple of years, in the last 4 or 5 years, we've been trying to trace our roots, connect our citizens wherever they are. We know they're heavily populated in Brazil, in Cuba, Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica, the Caribbeans, and to a large extent in America. So what we've been doing in the last 3 or 4 years is trying to network Yorubas in diaspora, and it's getting results slowly. And one of it, great thanks to a good sister, the diasporan lady, in putting together the Door of Return. The Door of Return actually has given us a chance annually now to have Yorubas come from there, because the divination of Ifa that will say about the success and future of Yoruba is very clear, that àti òkèèrè ni wọ́n ti máa kó èrè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá padà. That is, it is from foreign lands that
That the Yoruba. Okay.
yes, the wealth, the splendor of the Yorubas will come back, and we're slowly seeing that. And a person like Julius Garvey, uh, who who is an African, who is an African, has come over. He's at 91. He has seen now that this is his hometown, this is his country, and he's very interested in developing the land, agriculture, training, health, and also setting up a museum, an African museum of slaves in Badagry. And in no time, God being with us, Badagry would just be like a destination spot for most Yorubas in diaspora.
Thank you, sir. I saw that it was last weekend, wasn't it, that you did the Door of Return events.
Yes.
So are you saying that it's going to be an annual event?
It is going to be an annual event. It is going to be an annual event. There's one going to be, we're going to have an event in February, which all of us must be involved with, which is the Black History Week. Black History Week is celebrated in America and the Caribbean every February. And next year, when we visited the governor of Ogun State, we did tell him about our intention to celebrate the blacks on that day. And he's had some wonderful ideas about a major cultural festival in Ogun State. And we're going to see how we can fine tune this in such a way that February every year would be a major cultural day, a week in Ogun State in Nigeria, where Yorubas worldwide, tourists worldwide, foreigners worldwide will want to come, see our culture, see our tradition, feel our music, and embrace the warmth that we Yorubas are specially noted for.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Uncle. You're doing so much. Now, your involvement with the Yoruba people does not just stop at the Lagos, the door of return. You are doing so much more for Yoruba land. Can you tell us a little bit about your involvement, especially in diaspora?
Okay. Well, some 3-4 years ago, Yoruba Life Matters was established. You are one of the conveners. Yoruba Life Matters was set up as an extension of it's an extension of Black Life Matters. But we now see Yoruba Life Matters when the killings and the trouble in the land was so much. So that is that we also notice that there's a disconnect between the diaspora and the home-based eagles, as you want to say. So the foreign-based eagles are not at home with the home-based eagles. So there's lack of coordination, as you would say, in what we want to do in terms of progress and development. So one of the strenuous acts is for us. I have a foundation. We have a foundation that's called Yoruba Choir Leadership and Training Foundation, which has a branch in the US and has a branch in the UK and also here in Nigeria. And we're trying to use that to make sure that we get an all-revolving input by people. For example, the United States branch is principally responsible for our farming project, the bee training, taking byproducts from honey, making it into cosmetics, growing cassava, turning cassava into garri, packaging it for export. All these things are what we see that if we in Nigeria are able to produce, the people in Britain and America and France will be able to buy from us. So we're drawing diasporan interconnectivity with the home base. In other words, they are going to be off-takers of whatever product we're able to provide. For ours now, and this is a very, very tedious task, is to set up our people into cooperatives where they can access funds. And this time we really mean by access funds because they are going to be contributing the funds into it before they can access it. In the past, people have done things like this and people ran away with their money. Maybe that's because, before the days of BVN and all what you have right now, NIA and all the security things, but that will be well taken care of. We need to develop our people first before we have a nation.
Thank you, sir.
Because I need to make this very clear, because people talk about Yoruba nation. Yes, Yoruba has always been a nation, but the people that populate that Yoruba nation are poor, hungry, disillusioned, malnourished, and they are helpless. So it is our own duty to first make sure that you remove all this negativity in our people and put them on the right footing, that they themselves will be proud of themselves and then be able to come out and say, yes, more Yoruba Nimi. But right now, that is not happening. And that is why we say that for you to have a Yoruba nation, you must have the Yoruba people. And who are the Yoruba people? The mechanic, the stewards, the maids, the market women. They must imbibe that spirit, that philosophy of Odudua, that yes, you can be bigger and better than what you were yesterday if you have the opportunity.
Thank you. I just want to quickly clarify a few things. We were talking about Yoruba Lives Matter, and you said Yoruba Lives Matter is part of Black Lives Matter.
No, not part of Black Lives Matter. It's different. We set it up with the theme.
I was just going to say to you, that's not what we set up.
No. The theme, no. We just Black Lives Matters is there. Yoruba Life Matters is different because this is.
But the focus is similar.
Similar.
Yes.
Similar. Ìyá gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ wá.
Yes.
Ìyá gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ Yorùbá. Ìyá gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ dúdú.
Yes.
That's it.
You also said. Yeah, thank you, sir. Because we're running quickly out of time. We have.
Okay.
Yeah. So you also said that most of the people who populate, well, you said the Yoruba nation people are poor, malnourished. Yes, but are we going to say a lot? Not most of them, because like Yoruba nationalists in diaspora, they're okay. They're doing it for the future of their children.
They're not okay.
Yoruba nationalists in diaspora?
They're not okay.
Okay, tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. If you look at the cross section, apart from people like you who have homesteads, who have homes, right? It's difficult for any one of them to say, yes, I have this. Why? Because in the past, they tried to build houses. They sent money home. People took their money away. So the trust is not there. The confidence is not there. So the few people that you are talking about are happen chance people who took the struggle for Yoruba nation in their clutches and used it for what they wanted to use it for. But there's no time that truth will not overcome lies. So right now, it's becoming obvious that committed people like you are the everlasting chewing gum that will be in the mouth of Yorubas. The people who really are idle and see that watching internet or social media is a way of getting their importance are the ones that are more prominent in that loud cry without having any root on the ground. And if not, also, Ile Latin Keshorodi, whatever what is it that they have physically presented as a unified force in England or America that can almost immediately be channeled towards developmental programs in I'm not being critical, but I'm just being factual that there's a need for them to do far more than making all the cries on social media. Show us some organizational ability. Show us that you're in a superior environment. Show us that the value of your money is far more important than far better than what you have. Show us direction. Show us how to guide our people, how to lure them into being productive. That is what the diasporan should do. And that's why I said, well, they're not doing enough.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. You are a Yoruba nationalist, if I remember correctly.
I've always been a Yoruba, right from like I would always said, first I'm an Ijebu man, then I'm a Yoruba man before I'm a Nigerian. So if I'm not happy as an Ijebu man, I cannot be happy as a Yoruba man, and I cannot be happy as a Nigerian. So that's QED. That's what it does. So make me happy as an Ijebu man. I'll be a happy Yoruba man, and then I'll be a happy Nigerian.
Thank you, sir. We people are saying, oh, what are people still looking for? We have a Yoruba president. So what's the issue? Why are people still clamoring for Yoruba nation? Can you shed light on that?
Let me just put a spotlight on that. If we were not clamoring for Yoruba nation, if our hues and cries and protests and demonstrations did not get to that crescendo where everybody in Nigeria knew that, okay, I think the Yorubas are ready to go. The political
we won't have a Yoruba president.
Yes, we won't have had a Yoruba president.
Yeah.
So, and everybody recognized that. And in doing that, they picked the Yoruba man that they think can win the presidential ticket for the party. So they put Ashwaju Tinubu, who you will remember throughout the period of the 5 years of the struggle, because he wanted to rule the nation, did not immediately want to associate with the Yoruba nation. But his body language will show that there's nowhere you want to put him. So the Yoruba presidency came to us as a result of our struggles, as a result of our cries, as a result of the realization of the rest of Nigeria that without Yoruba, Nigeria cannot be the same. So what Bola Ahmed Tinubu represents is the nationalistic instinct in the Yorubas to still believe that something good can come out from Nigeria. But in something good coming out from Nigeria, Nigeria has to be restructured. And that is the next stage of this whole thing, that the cries for Yoruba nation should just be in the sense that Yoruba nation needs a restructured Nigeria before we can survive and exist. So that's a logical pattern I see, that restructuring, if Nigeria is restructured, nobody will be asking for a nation. But at the same time, one nation can still survive and be better, 100 times better than what it is under the federal system that it's being run. So we've seen Kosovo, we've seen Gaza. We don't want war in Yoruba land. And that is why we would always keep a door open for dialogue. We'd always keep a door open for us to look at the best possible way of survival without persecution. And we all know that if you don't dialogue, you war. If you don't judge, you war. So that room, that tiny bit of opportunity must be left for us to know that even with the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria still needs to be restructured along the way that the Yorubas would be able to survive, the Igbos would be able to survive on their own, the Hausas would be able to survive on their own, the Fulanis would be able to survive on their own. The political class will not have their hands on their neck like they have it. They will not be squeezing life out of ordinary citizens. Then things will be equal. If you don't have to go and report somebody in Abuja, but you can report him in Songwater, you can report him in Akure, you can report that person, then you can begin to reorder your society. But right now, power is too far away from the people. And the people that are elected take power, go and sit where the people cannot see them for 4 years. When they come back, they start telling us everything. But our people are poor and homeless. So they know that every 4 years, they have a chance of collecting 5,000, 10,000 naira at a go. And so they're all flushing there. But what we believe is that if we begin to work on training the people, training their minds, developing the youth now, in 3 or 4 years' time, it will not be as easy as what it was in the past.
You're very right. So now that you've identified that okay, that's the next step. So what are you doing to ensure? What are the okay? Number one, are the Yoruba leaders in one accord on this?
This is the greatest problem we're having. But at the risk of not wanting to sound loud and aggressive, we are begging them. We shall appeal to them. We almost succeeded with Yoruba World Congress, but as usual, the enemies of tomorrow came against it. But this time around, I want us to look at it that everybody should come together and let's fashion out a roadmap of re-enlightening our people, re-educating their minds, and developing them in a way that, yes, they themselves will be proud to say, yes, I'm not going to line up for 5,000 naira.
Thank you, sir. We're talking about global Yorubas. A lot of Yorubas in diaspora, they believe, including myself, restructuring might be an option, but we also believe that the last election has shown us that Nigeria is not really working. The Igbos, I'm sorry to say this, the Igbos, the Hausas, the Yorubas, they do not want to work together.
Frustration.
Sorry?
Frustration has led everybody to believe that to your camp, O Israel. The bad governance has made everybody to say that, yes, look,
enough
I
is
don't
enough.
Enough is enough. So
Enough is enough.
that is the bottom line of the problem we have. These are people who say they are rulers are ruiners. Ruiners. They're not rulers. They're ruiners because they are ruining the life of people. They're ruining the future of a younger generation. They're ruining the whole society. The society that they are been elected to protect, they are the ones that are killing it. So
how do we want to bring together a marriage that's already broken to the point of irreconcilable differences?
It is not up to irreconcilable differences. Yes, ni ó máa jẹ́. Is Mojuelo kì í ṣe bíi ti Jàkadì. Yes, that's what it is. Once you claim your rights, you claim your land, you claim your land by developing it, by enhancing that the youths that are on those grounds are productive elements, and the society is generative enough as to say, yes, we can stand on our own, then Nobody will come and mess around with you. But we're yet to do that. And unless we begin to pursue that opportunity that is there, is out there, is out there. And I want to say that even this present regime has opened the doors for us to be able to go out. They've given us waterways, they've given us railway. In the last 6 months, except for Odua, how many people in diaspora have put themselves together and say, yes, we want to go home and run a railway line. We want to go home and run boat ride from Ikorodu to Lagos. The government themselves must throw governance out to the people so that private sector can come in. It's difficult, but I say look, when you're a young person, they'll give you Lego. Once they give you the Lego, there's something, koleto, you start. Then the day you do it, they say, it could take you days. So Yoruba land is a Lego. It's a Lego. And also a jigsaw puzzle that if you don't match it, it will not key. So it's a Lego and a jigsaw puzzle.
Thank you, sir. My challenge again, another thing I would like you to talk about is, you remember I said people are saying we have a Yoruba president. Why the problem? So this is my line of thoughts now. The Igbos, they said there would not be election. But then when election time came, they voted. They voted en masse for their own, and they are fighting for their own. I'm sorry if I sound like a typical Yoruba nationalist. Yes. The Hausas, they are still fighting for their own, including propagandas, including lies. The Yorubas, we are 50-50. Some of them are still fighting their own instead of fighting for their own. Do you think there's a way we can work together to stand together for once? Because the Yorubas will say, Emma Binupe Mokowe, Tabaro Tipela, Ijo ni dun. No, Tabaro Tipela, Ijo abaje or something. Tabade Tipela, Ijo ni dun. So, if you say that you want to throw your own out, what then do you want to support? In my own opinion, yes, we have things that we want. However, this is what would work. Why are we turning away from it? And why are we deluding ourselves? Is there a way that we can all work together so that we will not be the only tribe attacking our own?
The thing is this. Money bread. But about the vegetarian, the thing they say that is when the bread seller leaves home in the morning, the bread is very hot. So it causes some price. People who want hot bread will go for it. But some people will say, what you want you? He keeps going. What you want you? 12 o'clock, bread 10 to 2. What you want you? 2 o'clock, bread 10 to 2. What you want you? 5, 6 o'clock, bread 10 gone. So kò ń tètè yé Yorùbá àti ìgbà tí ìyá rẹ̀ tó bá wọnà egungun ara, kò tí ì wọnà egungun ara. And you can't leave Bola Ahmed Tinubu alone to do all that is necessary to be done. You cannot assume that because he's president, overnight he's going to restructure Nigeria. You have to be able to marshal your points. You have to be able, like true citizens of Nigeria, first, you have to be able to make your demand. And if the demands are not made, particularly through our State House of Assembly, to our legislators, nobody will hear us. So that's the difficulty in the process. The difficulty is that all our legislators are politicians of the same political class, and that if that political party says this is what we are going to do, there's nothing any one of them can do. But if we say to our own representatives that this is what we want, and we want you to go and say it in Abuja, you don't forget I told you that they've taken power away from the people. They've taken it to Abuja. So for you to get that power back, you have to bring those people back, tie them to the ground and tell them that, look, this is what we want. So in asking for what we want from the government, that is the time that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's regime would open its eyes, open its ears, and begin to look at some of the demands we are making. And some of the demands we are making are some of it are in that exclusive legislative list. The minute that is dismantled, this federalism issue will go away. Life will be competitive, and mediocres will not rise to be leaders, and crooks and gangsters will not be the ones that are piloting the day-to-day lives of Nigeria. So the Bola Ahmed Tinubu is president. Yoruba does not mean you should go and sleep. It means wake up. How does ask for your money, or how does that song? Wake up.
Collect your money.
Collect your money. So that's what my own saying is. Yoruba, wake up, collect your money. If Bola Tinubu is there, collect your money. If they are spending 600 billion on agriculture, and we say because we are fighting for Europe, we are not going to access that money, whose fault? Who's going to be blamed? So some people will say, you are taking money from government. It's our money, revenue generated from here. So you cannot see a woman selling wares in the market. Oh, how can you see Oja? No, that will back his store. No, but no woman will do that. We have to take what is ours within this country and use it for our own purpose. We are not going to ignore it. Yes, we are not going to shun it. We are going to ask for it. We are going to, even if it's pleading for it, so long as it gets into our hands. Pride and arrogance does not do it. No, let everybody go their own way. How long are they going to? We've been saying they go their own way. Meanwhile, all the money is being spent in their own way. So let's rewind our struggle. Let's retune it. Let's redefine it into something that's going to be productive and is going to be systematic, that will solve the problem of the Lego and the jigsaw puzzle we found ourselves.
Thank you, sir. On the last note, if a Yoruba person or a Nigerian in diaspora would like to go back to do something for Yoruba land or for their own land, Igbo land, Arewa land, what do they need to do first? What would they need to do?
Yeah, first thing is to recognize the centrifugal force that's going to take your energy for whatever you're having. If you cannot, if you have butter, you don't have bread. You can't eat buttered bread. So the person that has butter must be able to know that, okay, there's bread somewhere here in Nigeria. If I spread it on it, then I can eat it very well. So don't fall into hands of crooks. They call them 419 or whatever, or people who are clamoring for you to return and take your money and do nothing. There are organizations, there are NGOs around who are doing positive things. Look out for them, recognize them, and then put your resources behind such, and then you'll be okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Uncle, for your time. It's always a pleasure having you. I'm always learning a lot. There's not enough time for me to learn from you. I'm always holding you to.
You said that I was with Babakitoye some few weeks ago. Yes, yes. I went to see him purposely to ask him to come home. He's old, he's aged, his wife is also old and aged. The struggle now has to be renewed, revitalized in a way that people will not see you or see us as wanting to break the nation down. They should see us as wanting to constructively build our nation, our own Yoruba nation. If we start building it, then everybody will come and say, we want to be part of it. Even the Igbo and the Hausa man living amongst us,
yeah,
we've intermarried. They will now know Yoruba. You don't do this, or you don't do that. Yeah, but if you go to yourself, so Papa, well, he listened, and I'm sure in the next couple of weeks we'll hear from him again. But this time around, he's an old and aged man, and he needs to be careful. But statements, look, if we need to do Badagry Lagos Road, and the governor is there, he cannot do anything. Federal government is the owner of the road. He can lead a delegation of Yorubas to Ministry of Works and say, yes, we want this done. Why is it not done? Those are the agitations we are going to should begin to do. Okay, there are 10 silos given to the east. Why is it not been given to the north? Okay, if it's given to the north, why don't you give us also in the west? So there's so many things that is eluding us, because one, people think that because we have a president, he's going to do like Buhari did. No, BAT might not do that. You might just be interested in the whole nation. So we should be interested in ourselves and ask BAT that, say, sir, Nkoba Ilanido, Ejo.
Very well. Thank you very much, Uncle. I think that's all we have time for today. It's been a pleasure having you, sir. It's been a pleasure having Uncle. And thank you for joining us one more time, everyone. If you have not subscribed to Podium International TV, please go ahead and do that straight away. Okay, some people are always asking me, who is the maker of what are you wearing? What brand? Today, I will show you the brand I'm wearing. This is called Queen Podium. You will not be able to see it. So let me play the video where I showed you my kimono. Before I leave, Uncle is always talking about export and all of that. This is actually made in Yoruba land. It's called Queen Podium kimono. So, wow, take a look at it. So that's Queen Podium kimono. That's what I'm wearing today. I'm unveiling it with my uncle on the podium.
Beautiful dancer. Beautiful dresser.
Thank you.
Very well done. Don't relent in your efforts. Podium will go places. Amen. By the special grace of God. The podium is a stage, and you're providing so many of us a stage to air our views. God will put you on his own podium.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you, Uncle. We'll catch up with you shortly. So, everybody, I'm grateful for your time. Subscribe to Podium International TV and follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well for daily news, up-to-date information. And also, don't forget that we will be premiering Lucky in Lagos on the 5th of November, 2023. That's next weekend. So if you have not received your invite, please get in touch with me or DJ Abbas. We'll come back your way next time. Same place, same time next week. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time. Don't forget, we'll be changing our time in the UK. So very soon, the 8 p.m. UK time will become 9 p.m. Yoruba land time. So thank you very much, guys. God bless you all.
The Podium showcases the beauty of this nation in a way to correct the ideas people have, ranging from arts and craft, culture and tourism, fashion, oil, agriculture, events, and many more. The Podium is a must-watch. It is entertaining, expository, informative, educative, and interactive. The Podium.
Redefining Africa.